Hello. Welcome once again to Everyday Something. I am your host, Joe Bongo Player. A694837. You got it. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue on mindfulness, teachings of sadghuru. This will be part 2 in the series. And let's just get right into it, because today was kind of tiring. I'm a little worn out, so maybe not as much flair as I put into it before, but nonetheless, the message is there, and that's all that really matters. Continuing from yesterday, this was another questioner asking sadghuru a question, as questioners would do at one of these talks. The questioner asks, I don't know if I am strange, but I think most people are like this. We spend a lot of our energy in life thinking about sexuality and the other sex. I would like to hear something from you about this. Sadghuru replies, there is nothing strange about it. It is just that your intelligence has been hijacked by your hormones. It is not you, it is just compulsive behavior. When you were a child, it didn't matter to you what reproductive organs a man or a woman carried. But the moment hormones started playing within you, you could not think of a world beyond that. And you will see, beyond a certain age, when the play of hormones goes down, once again, it doesn't matter. When you look back, you cannot believe you were the one who was doing all that. Right now, you are thinking about the opposite sex all the time. Let us say I grant you the boon that all the women in the world will be after you. You will still live an unfulfilled life. It will definitely not get you anywhere worthwhile. I am not trying to make it dirty, it is fine, but you will live within the ambit of the physical body. Maybe a little bit of pleasure will come to you, but it is not the ultimate. No matter what you have or how much you have, you will still live an unfulfilled life. You may try to manage it somehow with a little bit of emotion, a little bit of mind, and a little bit of society, but it does not matter what you do. If you are sincere with life, you will see you are still living an unfulfilled life. If you live within the ambit of the body, it knows only survival and procreation, nothing else. There is nothing wrong with that. It is just limited, that is all. The truth is, the physical body has to play only that much of a role in your life. But now you are trying to stretch it all over. You will definitely bring suffering to yourself because you are trying to create falsehood. People who think they are just perfect and that nothing will ever happen to them, look at what happens to them after some time. Look what happens to them after some time. Life has its ways, a million different ways, the most unexpected ways, to bend you, to break you, to knead you, and grind you. Have you seen it happening to people around you? If life situations do not break you, death will. Every moment of your life, every step, no matter how many places you think you are going, whether you are going to your office, your home, or on a vacation, the body doesn't know all that. It is walking straight to the grave. Every moment is going nowhere else. Right now, because you are young, because of the play of hormones, you have forgotten this. But slowly, as time passes, it will become more and more apparent that the body is walking towards the grave. If all that you have known is just the body and you are going to lose the whole of it, fear becomes the way to live. The physical body's ways are very limited. If you try to make it everything, if you try to make the limited unlimited, you will suffer because that is the way of the body. There is no other way. There is nothing wrong with your hormones. It is just that they are compulsive. Once you live a compulsive life, you are living the life of a slave. Do you want to be a slave? There is something within you which cannot be a slave. Whether you are a slave to something or someone, once you are a slave, unknowingly, slowly, you will become a long face. When you were a child, you were full of big smiles because there wasn't so much slavery. Slowly, as different kinds of compulsions took over, without knowing why, although everything, your business, your family, your relationships is going fine in your life, your face is becoming longer and longer. You are doing desperate acts to be happy. As people get richer and older, you will see they start doing more desperate things to be happy. Desperation comes because you are trying to make a small aspect of your life into everything. It will not work. Today, Western cultures especially, that's us, have made the body into everything, and their suffering is untold. Physically, everything is well and properly arranged. Great food, good health care, insurance, cars, but people are suffering immensely. Almost every fifth person is on some kind of medication just to maintain mental balance. If you have to take a tablet every day to remain sane, that is not joyfulness, isn't it? You are on the verge of breaking down every day because you have made a small aspect of your life the whole of life. Life is just taking its role, nothing else. Toll, not roll. So don't go that way. Everything has to play only as much of a role as it has to play in your life. If you try to make it the whole of your life, it will not work. So, this part of the passage, this part of it, is especially, it is definitely, just don't overly focus on one thing to try to make you happy, because it won't. And especially if it's something that's so short-lived, or, if it's entertainment, or a woman, or a man, or whatever, fucking teach your own. Literally teach your own. Or drugs, or alcohol, or any of that shit. It will momentarily make you happy, of course, but that happiness ends, and when you're not happy, then you're suffering. You're sad. Because if you're looking for any external means to find happiness and can't find it in yourself, which is something you can learn to do, then you're never actually going to be long-term happy. It's going to just be a rise and a fall, always. Everything's a rise and a fall unless you learn to just be blissful. And through that, you really have to work on yourself. And the more that you watch these, and the more that I can teach you, I will, of course, the passage is a bit easier. In between different types of life styles, especially, because there is only one life, and it's the way it really is. It's like I said in the last episode yesterday. It's just so obvious that life is just, you're just living. But when we stack all sorts of extra shit on top of it, instead of just living and just being understanding that it is as it is. These things are as they are. There's not this and that. There's just this right now. You're watching this. This is what's real. I mean, it's a video and you're watching it on a phone. So these things aren't necessarily what I'm saying is real. But you sitting there observing this, you observing right now, is about as real as it can get. This moment right now as you're watching this is actually happening. The moment before this is gone and you'll never come back. The moments after this, if you're worried about it, you can't possibly predict the fucking future. And if you could, you should have a little magic shop somewhere, or be a psychic, and then con people. Because you can't. You don't know. An asteroid could hit Earth right now, and you were worried about, I gotta, these bills, oh my god, these bills. Oh, now you're worried for no reason, and you wasted valuable fucking moments of your life worrying about shit that you can't, that's unpredictable. We all think that we're gonna just live forever, but we could die right this second. Right now, you could have a fucking brain aneurysm, dead. A car can hit your house and kill you in your living room, and some people you care about. And this isn't being morbid. I'm saying that if you just realize that, then life isn't so miserable so fucking often, because you only have such a short time. You might as well be fucking joyous and blissed out and fucking and just accept your situation for what it is. And then things start to work out a little bit easier. Stuff starts to kind of unravel. You start to see the falseness of everything, and then you can kind of get on a path of just what's actually real. Anyways, thanks for joining me. We'll pick up again tomorrow. Namaste. Peace and love. yeah, man. Yeah, I'm out of it a little today. I'm worn out from work, definitely. But that's in the past. So right now, I'm definitely just worn out. So, maybe it'll be more personal and entertaining next time. If there is, don't worry about it. Anyways, take it easy.